All right, we got another update on the prep on the Camburg Racing truck. Starting to go back together. We got all the parts back from MAG. We got the FK rod ends in the upper arms. We got the uniballs pressed into the lower links, front and rear. All the parts are coated with Steelite coatings, and the truck will start go together shortly. Shocks are all sent out to Fox. They're gonna get all Cerakoted and all completely rebuilt, getting all that stuff happening. Got a lot of other little parts coated. We got the rack adapter. We got the front sway bar links. These are what the parts look like when they come back from MAG. They get all reblasted and cleaned up and good to go. And then they get coated and put on the truck. So good to go. Got a couple other little things we're working on, modifying the pedal here. Basically changed an angle, putting these Tilton Masters in. Tried these out on the Twisted Monkey truck as a massive improvement over the other Masters this truck used to run. A lot of people run Tilton, it's really good stuff. So did that. We're gonna be changing out the steering wheel. The steering wheel's been on this truck since day one, and that'll go on the shelf as a souvenir. What else can we show you? Oh, the Kids Ranger, that's in the shop too. Doing some updates to it. We got on the front of the truck here, Jason's working on, here I'll walk over here and around. But we're putting the Howe power steering trophy truck pump. So we did that. We had to make some custom aluminum brackets, and we also had to mount a bigger reservoir up front here for the power steering pump. So we actually moved it to here. Cody Campbell made some of the brackets himself. He's 21 years old, and Jason Campbell's son. Jason's a master fabricator, so Cody made the blow-off valve mount here, made that. This whole cross tube, this is what you just saw in our Steelite coatings video. That's this whole engine cage here that goes over the engine. So we got the water overflow tank here. So we have all these fittings here that you see, and what those are is where the engine bleeds. It bleeds to the highest point, so it's higher than the engine. You just add water, goes down through the bottom fitting, fills the engine, and this is the overflow as well. So we're working on that. Pretty cool changes. So there's the power steering pump and how it's mounted. Got the billet aluminum behind it there. Made some custom tensioner down in there. And we got the alternator way down inside there, as you can see. So a lot of tight packaging. This is on a Ford Ranger. Just a lot that's involved in making this stuff fit. You see how close that alternator is to the frame and what we have to do with the steering. You can look at all the belt configuration, how it's spinning. I got the Howe power steering box. This truck used to run another brand of steering, and it just wouldn't work well at low RPM. It didn't have enough flow, so we've been running Howe power steering from the very beginning of our racing career, and there's really no better steering company out there. That's why we run Howe. So there you go. A lot of cool, fun stuff going on in the shop right now. Next race here in a couple weeks out in Barstow. I think it's on the 24th or around that time, that Saturday around the 24th. The kids have their second race of the year. So the truck's all ready to go. We're gonna run it on the dyno one more time as well. See what this thing's laying down to the ground. Made a couple little changes, and should be good. So working on these torque converters, getting this thing dialed in. I get a lot of questions on the suspension, and yes, this is our Ford Ranger Edge long travel kit. We are running the trophy truck hubs on there, only because the rear end in this truck is also a trophy truck hub rear end. So it's a 4-inch housing, and it runs trophy truck axles, and it runs trophy truck bolt pattern because of the big axles. So we had to upgrade the front hubs to that. So definitely an improvement. Yes, you guys could order the kit that way as well. Hit up the sales staff at sales@camburg.com to help you out. We also get questions. Yes, these are the XL80 from Baja Designs, and those 4 lights are extremely bright. Basically the same as the race guys on the dirt bikes. They run like one of those on the front. We're running 4 of these here, and then we have a roof bar up top that runs a whole bunch more. A lot of power. They're all billet. They got weatherproof connections on them, and there's really nothing like Baja designs out there. This stuff is by far the highest quality. They're local here in California, and they're very quick to come to market. And they're very quick to prototype and try things with all their experience. They're basically kind of like what we are with suspension, they are with lighting, so it's a big difference. Pyrotech Gas Tank. I mean, you can tell just by looking at these aluminum welds, that's just part of the quality. We run the Aeromotive fuel pumps, just the A1000 fuel pump. We do have a fill cap here we could undo, so we can fill up at the gas station if we wanted to. But we do run the double dry brake system on the back, so if we run a Pressure Pro, we can fill it that way. We can also just fill it with a dump can if we needed to. Fox bypass shocks, these have the much bigger flow tubes. Run the 2.5-inch coilovers. It's basically the same link kit we've been running forever on the Ford Rangers. Cameron Steele's wife, Heidi Steele. They've won the Baja 1000, multiple score championships, all kinds of stuff. Massive difference in link kits. So there's a lot of link kits on the market, but I'll tell you right now that there's nothing as proven as the Camburg link kit on a Ford Ranger. And I'm talking the biggest races in the world multiple times. We'd have Justin Park just won the Baja 1000 this year in the Score Championship as well. So couldn't tell you how many Score and Best in the Desert championships and race wins are on the product. And yeah, that's it. So we got our truck there going together. Got the Twisted Monkey truck right here. This thing's starting to go together. Got off the dyno. Actually, it's all together. It's ready for the Best in the Desert Silver State 300 at the very, very end of the month. So around the 1st of next month, that weekend in Las Vegas. So that'll be a fun one to get going as well. And then we got our F100 trophy truck build. Got the whole rear basket all put together. We're starting to lay out the cross tubes here in the back. So those will get done. Then we'll tie in the top tubes down and the bottom tubes, and then basically ready for rear shock mounts. We'll get it off the table and start putting that thing together. So we got the Pyrotech fuel cell coming together for that, and that's probably on the way here pretty soon as well. So anyways, a lot of good exciting things around the shop. Check back more to our YouTube page. Tell your friends to follow us if you're already following us. If not, please hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Tell us what you want to see. You want to learn how to weld? You want to see how we do it? Want some tricks? Ask a question. We'll start coming out with some content for you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.